let's take it up to Woodstock.
We used to come up here just for the weekends. After we did gigs, we'd come up to just hang out.
Right.
Well, he started playing with the Aboriginal cats.
That's when I first started playing with them.
Right.
And that was around 67, 68,
68,
and 69.
Yeah.
Because in 69, that's when we did Darn My Socks.
Yeah.
That's when we laid the tracks with Philip Wilson. These guys were coming out of Paul Butterfield band.
Yeah.
We had Philip Wilson on drums. We had Gene Dinwiddie, Rod Hicks, Buzzy Featon. It was an interesting time because we had a lot of collaborations. We used to do concerts together on Friday nights at the Tinker Street.
Yes.
And also on Sunday afternoon. We played just the other day, like with Chogi, a tribute to Hendrix playing there, even though Hendrix didn't play all the songs that they did like 9 days before Woodstock.
Right.
Yeah.
But when he played with the Aboriginals, it was interesting.
So that period of like 67, 68, 69, you guys are coming up here a lot more and doing stuff.
I was pretty much a permanent resident up here.
Yeah.
Before I was doing that, I'd be bi-coastal. I'd travel from here to the Bay Area. Once I locked into up here, and I said, oh, this is my retreat, my area to create. He and Richie, we were moving in different circles. There was just a diverse community of musicians in all different schools that loved to get together, from the rock and roll guys to the jazz guys, even to the folk. It's just like with the Aboriginal Music Society, both of them have passed, Happy and Artie Tramp. But Happy Tramp, when we performed our first performance, 1968, first article on the AMS, and he was a folk musician, but he was still writing articles for the Woodstock Times. People were like supportive across different genres and different schools, which was great.
Yeah.
A lot of music.
Yeah, a lot of music and a lot of cross-section because we talk about the folk musician. Didn't you record on Columbia with Tim?
Tim Hardin.
Yeah, Tim Hardin.
Tim Hardin. He was good, man. He was my friend.
Freddie
Neal.
Freddie Neal.
He wrote Everybody's Talking About Me.
Oh, yeah.
He was in the village with so many people, man. So many artists, white,
artists that
black.
came back and forth.
Jose came and stopped playing. He was like 15 when I met him. He came to the end and he was playing.
But there was so many different communities. There was a community up here, and even now, when they represent the artists, and you see pictures, I have books and stuff, it doesn't reflect the community and what was really going on, not just underground, but it's just somebody's reflection. You go into the Barrisville Theater and you see where Grossman started. And if you look at all the pictures, it no way, in my mind, reflect the incorporation of the community. There were so many other musicians and so many things that made this community of artists what it was supposed to be.
Music history is made up of so many different facets, and there's only so many things that are talked about. But this specific area we're talking about is what paved the way for so many different things. People that are my generation are not aware of this stuff.
Right.
We learned from everybody.
Yeah, well, that period was open.
It's a family. Everybody knew everybody that was playing music down there. It was a musical mecca. That's what I call it.
That's another big takeaway from this. It really, really was a community.
Well, it was a community, but see, what I would like to emphasize is that with all of these communities, there were communities, like he's just sort of referring to the West Village when he was talking about, but at the same time, you had all these other entities, like even right now, you look at a small town here like Kingston, and you got like a little place like Tubby here, you got another place over downtown. Everything has this pocket.
Yes.
This is an only acoustic place. This is a wild place. Not only in New York, as he just indicated, but there was a plethora of places here because we could start calling off 10 places that had music within the next 5 to 10 mile radius at that time. And that is starting to happen again in some respects. You were talking about 212. See, Zappa was out there. There was so many cross sections in music. The culture was there because we had guys like Charles Goodone. He was out at 212. He got the Pulitzer Prize for writing a play. He was one of the first ones to get it for writing No Place to Be Somebody. And he was up here collaborating with other musicians. People were like dealing with the creative process, although we were dealing with not just music.